There's an art to being a welder. There's an art to welding. Because you're doing stuff that most people won't do or can't do. You know, what do you want to do? If you're going to be a doctor, you have to pay 12 years of dues and a lot of debt to be able to have that kind of lifestyle. And the big thing is, you know, when you find something you really love doing and you're making good money, you know, that's thing.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Weld Lab. Today we're doing some underwater welding. I'm challenging my homeboy Peppis to a welding competition. Let me see a test, bro. This is a good one right here, so you know what I'm saying? It looks real good, though. It looks real good. He's certified. Before I get started, this is the PPE that we got going on. This shit's heavy as hell. About how much it weighs?
Bailout weighs about 50 pounds. So right now itself is like 30, 40 pounds.
So I got about 70 pounds. About to go into the water, and then let's see what I can do. Okay, before we get into the water, let's see some of the techniques that you use.
So what we got is called a stinger. All it is a rod holder. We got our welding rods coated in wax. So to start, we want to scrape that off, get the wax off of it. We simply take it, turn it clockwise, hold it in place. When we're ready to start welding, diver says make it hot. He's got a speaker, goes up to our radio. Make it hot. Guy just takes it, closes the switch, makes it hot. He's ready to weld. When he's ready to stop, just says make it cold. Make it cold. Turns it off. Diver can just untwist it, put in a new rod. So we got our manifold. So this controls our air. So we have a primary air, a secondary air, and then we have a high pressure air bottle. And this is, you know, basically 3 sources of air, so your commercial diver doesn't run out of air. And then over here we got our radio for our communications. So we always have communications with the diver. And so the purpose is he can make it hot, make it cold, something to come up or down on the crane, that kind of thing. We got our welders, and basically we teach topside welding, get some guys used to welding stick, and then we end up putting them in the water. So we have our welding machine set up. We only use DC in water. The way we work, we've got our negative is going to run up to a knife switch, and so that's going to go to our stinger, which is what the diver is going to have. Our positive is going to run directly to the table that the diver is going to be welding on. So we always tell our students, remember PIG, positive in ground. So positive always runs to ground, and then our negative is going to run up to our knife switch, reverse polarity, and that's how we set up our welding machines. Let's see. All right, so this is our standard 54-inch double lock decompression chamber, and so when they go down underwater, they're going to build up a lot of residual nitrogen, and either they have to make water stops if there's a decompression dive, or we have for your more commercial divers that'll come up to a certain point, come out. They have 4 minutes from the time they break the surface to get in the chamber. They'll get in, they'll close the hatch, and we'll basically compress them to the equivalent of 50 feet underwater. They compress them on air, and then they breathe oxygen under pressure. So we actually teach all our students how to run the chamber. It's fairly simple. Air goes in, air goes out, and oxygen goes in, excuse me, and they breathe oxygen under pressure. And so we teach them how to operate the chamber. You would also use this if someone got decompression sickness and for treatments, that kind of thing. We got one of our students, he's going to show some of our equipment. So got our hat, which is called a super light. This is kind of an industry standard. There's a couple different kind of models and different brands you can get. And so I'll go ahead, and it's a fiberglass hat. You can get these out of stainless steel. I'll go ahead and have to put this on. This is a neck dam, neoprene rubber, and what this is, it helps keep water from getting in his hat. So he's going to go ahead and put his hat on. So he's going to lock it in. He's got his little horseshoe comes up, and then he's got pins on the side, locks it into place. So he's got a regulator. So it gives him air when he breathes. If he gets fogged up or he starts really working hard, he can hit his free flow, and it constantly flows air. We can do a test on the radio. So we can hear and talk to our diver. He wears a harness, so he's all strapped in. This is called a pneumo hose, and what this is comes up. So when we want to take a depth reading, we'll say, hey, we're going to take a depth reading, and we're going to turn his air on to it. Bubbles comes out. He's going to say, got bubbles. He's going to put it at the deepest point, turn off the air, and the back pressure is going to tell him how deep he is. If we turn this way, we can see we've got his emergency air. This goes down to what's called a bailout bottle. This has his emergency air, goes up to a whip. So in the event he needs to turn his emergency air on, he's going to reach back to his tank, reach up with his hat, and now he's got emergency air. So that's in the event you lose your other three sources at the top, run out of air, he can just turn his emergency air on. When he's good, he's good. But if he's welding or burning, he can turn this side. He's got a lens, turns it down when he weld. When he wants to start chipping or whatever, he can flip it back up and see what he's doing. So, pretty straightforward and simple. You guys ready?
Yes, sir. Rods that they used whenever you weld underwater, they're actually covered with wax. So whenever you go down there, you need to take all the front of the wax off so you'll be able to strike it, which is a pretty cool, unique rod. Pepe, how you feel? Good?
Man, I feel good, but to be honest, I was freaking out. But man, everything's gonna be okay. Like, if you ever done it for the first time,
his name.
it's okay,
Standby's
man.
gonna be Sean.
It's okay, man. It's a pretty good experience, bro.
Cool.
Thousand years later.
Yeah, this one, probably not because you get too much on the side.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to send it to our inspector real quick. This one's going to be no because you got too much gap.
Yeah.
But this one, typically they'll go the first half inch and the last half inch they don't count. So it's the middle part.
Okay.
It is a little over, but I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to them.
Okay.
And
All right, we just finished up, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, my homeboy Pepe's got me on the competition, but we got another competition coming up. What you think about Pepe?
Man, I really like it. To be honest, this experience was the best. This is my first time doing it. To be honest, it was fucking awesome. I was like, awesome. Best experience of my life.
Well, there you have it, guys, man. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, I'll have all their contact information, their YouTube channel. Do you have an Instagram channel? The Instagram page?
not yet. We're working on some of our social media stuff. Facebook and YouTube. So we got some other videos. I think this was a pretty good video.
Yeah.
You guys seem like y'all had a pretty good time coming out, getting some experience with it.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time, man. So if you finish high school, you really don't know where you want to head in life, you know what I'm saying? You want to make some good money, a good living, and start building a career. I think this will be a great opportunity for you. They'll train you properly, and from what we showed you today, they'll slowly rank you up into your professional diver and ready to go to the Gulf and make some money, man. But don't forget to hit that like or subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.